Okay, now let's talk about what happens when we have whole numbers being divided by decimals. So in this case, again, think of money. If I have $2 and I'm dividing it by quarters, I have 8 full quarters that go into $2. So when I'm doing this division, I'm going to get a whole number out of this answer, which is kind of odd because of how I'm going to set it up. So again, I'm going to put the 2 on the inside because that's my dividend. The divisor goes on the outside. Okay, so how am I going to get 8 whole? How am I going to get 25 into 2? Well, here's what we're going to have to worry about our decimal. Again, remember, when we divide with decimals, we worry about the decimal point first, and then we do the division. So in this case, since I'm dividing by a decimal, I'm going to change this to a whole number. So I'm going to multiply it by 2 powers of 10. So remember, in 5th grade, we talked about every place value is a power of 10. So in this case, it's 10, 100. So that's where my decimal point's going to now go. So now it's going to be 25 whole. So if I'm going to move this over by a power of 10 squared or 100, I'm going to do the same thing with my 2. So if I have my decimal point here, which remember, if I have a whole number, my decimal point's at the end, I'm going to move that guy over twice. And now it's like I have 200. So now I've converted everything to pennies if you think about it. $2 is 200 pennies and 25 cents is 25 pennies. So how many groups of 25 pennies can I get in a 200? Again, the answer is 8. So remember, my decimal point got moved all the way over here. So that's where my decimal point lands. Okay, so can 25 go into 2? No, it can't. Can it go into 20? No, it can't. Can it go into 200? Yes, it can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times. So I'm going to put my 8 up here for my estimation. 8 times 25 is my multiplication, which that's 200 exactly. I'm going to subtract. I'm going to compare. Is 0 less than 25? Yes, it is. Do I have anything else to bring down? No, I don't. So now I'm done. So now my answer is 8. And that's how I get 8 whole with decimal, with and whole numbers. All right. Okay, so now let's talk about 7 divided by 4/10. So again, if I've got $7 and I want to group them into 4 dimes or 4/10, I need to figure out how many groups there are going to be. Okay, so 7 goes on the inside, that's my dividend. My divisor goes on the outside, so there's my 4/10. And again, I'm going to change this to a whole number, so I'm counting by whole numbers. So again, I'm going to move my decimal over 1 time, 1 power of 10. So I need to do the same to my 7. Okay, and then that's where my decimal point's going to go. It's going to go straight up. All right, now I'm done with my decimal. Now I only have to worry about my long division. Okay, 4 can go into 7. 4 can go into 7 1 time. 2 is too many. So 1 time, and I have 3 left over. 3 is less than 4, so I've done everything right. I bring down my 0. Now, how many groups of 4 go into 30? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8 is too many. So 7 times. So I put my 7 up at the top for my estimation. I multiply 7 times 4, get 28. I subtract, I compare, make sure I've done well. Now, I don't have anything else to bring down, but remember in our previous lesson, I'm allowed to annex a 0. So now I can bring down that 0. 4 can go into 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. And 20 minus 20 is 0. And I'm done because I have a 0 at the end and nothing else left to bring down. So 7 divided by 4/10. 4/10 can go into 7, 17.5 times. So if I had money and I had $7 worth of dimes and I want to group them by 4 dimes, I can make 17 full groups and have half a group left over. And that's our decimal division with whole numbers by decimals.